Curiosity keeps the house running smoothly and reminds me of everything I forget about, like changing the laundry.
Oh, we do need to change laundry, yes.
I love that he follows me to go oversee the task. He reminds me there's coffee in the French press, too.
Water. Oh, you're right. We're making smelly water. Good job.
This is really cool. Curiosity is a magnificent dog, a service dog, and this post reminds me how much of the time our dogs are aware of everything that's going on around them, whether or not we are cognizant of that. And I'm wondering if, as a service dog, he feels sort of compelled to task in multiple ways that maybe haven't been conditioned. Like if these reminders sort of feel like part of his work. At any rate, it's a really cool reminder of how aware they are of what's going on around them and of their different sensory experiences.
What happens when you explain emotions to a cat?
Good.
A couple of weeks ago, you might have seen it. Misty trying to walk through the lounge and getting really tense about it. There's an awkward pinch point where she has to pass right through the middle and it doesn't feel safe to her. She walks low, cautious and clearly not comfortable, and Harvey picked up on it and pressed the scared button.
Misty, scared.
This is a week later.
Oh, she's scared.
Over the past week, just consistently explaining to him on the buttons and modelling it for him, I've noticed things starting to change.
Harvey. Misty, scared.
Same space, same walkthrough, and Harvey does go for her tiny bit, but not in the same way he was before. And this is where I love buttons, not so I can control what he does, but just to give them more context about what's going on around them. Because it seems like once he understands her a bit better, he starts to make different choices. And you can see her start to relax because of that, which makes the whole interaction calmer in the first place. Share this with someone who really needs to teach their cat to talk.
This is an incredible post. One, because Harvey was able to identify that Misty was scared. Two, because having this shared language between the guardian and her learners allows her to help explain and diffuse the tension between Misty and Harvey. And being able to share that language enabled the behavior to change, which is a really, really powerful outcome that we're seeing in a lot of households, that giving agency, choice, and control to our learners reduces seemingly problematic behaviors.
Hair tie.
Oh, it went down again, didn't it, Brunswick? I just put it up. Let's see here. What do we have?
Yes.
You like the solution to the problem? Good boy. Yeah.
Okay, this is hilarious, obviously, but it's also really cool because it represents self-advocacy, right? This learner had hair in their face and they were able to request a hair tie, which is a very interesting button to have on the board. I think Mary Robin and Elsie have a hair tie button, and Elsie is a cat, so that makes a little bit more sense to me. So I'm wondering if this word was added to the board because the hair is constantly in the eyes. I'd love to know the backstory to that. But again, our dogs can self-advocate in a number of ways with these communication systems that a lot of us haven't had the ability to understand previously, which is one of the most powerful things about this tool.
Y'all, this was so clear. It's crazy.
Man, front door. More. Go, number 2.
So I guess this means I need to add a backdoor button, but he used the closest thing he had.
That's crazy. That was crazy thing. Okay.
Obviously, we can tell in a million different ways when our dogs need to go to the bathroom, right? They go to the door, they scratch it, they bark by the door, they look at it. But the specificity that he was able to communicate around the feelings he had about going outside and not having a backdoor button, he got his message across in a way that is very hard to ignore. Whereas I think sometimes the dog's barking at a door, but we're busy, we're occupied, maybe we're conditioned to the barking, so we're not paying attention. These systems make it very hard for us to ignore specific communications, which is one of the beautiful things about them.
Subscribe.